반갑습니다. So you're excited about coming to Korea and you've submitted your application package, everything is done. And then you receive that message either from your recruiter or from EPIK directly that they would like to set up an interview with you. Well, this is an exciting time because this basically says that everything that EPIK sees in your package, application package, tells them that you're probably a good fit for the program. And this is just your opportunity to have a brief conversation with them and kind of let them know who you are as a person, representing that pile of paperwork that you had sent them. Now, I really think that the most important part in any job interview, in any process of getting a job, is the interview process, because it really gives you that chance to show the hiring manager how you are the best fit for that job and how you would add to their organization and probably be somebody that's going to help them achieve what they're looking to achieve, more so than the other applicants. So a lot of people ask me about the interview process when I went through it, and I thought this would be a good topic to cover. There are a few things that I really think you should keep in mind when you're going into it. General things, but I really think that you should focus on them before you pick up that phone for the interview. Now, the interview is about a half an hour, at least it was for me. At least that's the time they allot, because they have a lot of interviews they have to go through. They have hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands or over 1,000 interviews that they have to get through. That's a lot of interviews. So you're given a small amount of time. So keep that in mind going into it. You want to try and let them know who you are in that small amount of time. The first thing that I would say is important is you're going to have a schedule of when they're going to be calling. So make sure that you're in a place that's quiet, a place that is not going to have a lot of noise coming in, and also a place where you're not going to be distracted. I know it sounds kind of simple, but it's really important. You don't want to be in the middle of a phone call interview with someone on the other side of the planet and then have your friend text messaging and stuff like that, and your phone's kind of vibrating if you're using your cell phone. If you're using your landline, then make sure that your cell phone is off. So a nice quiet place. Second thing is, and this is also maybe a little bit generic, but make sure that you're polite and professional. This is an interview, so this is a professional environment. They're going to be friendly, but it is for the purpose of seeing, okay, who is this person? Why exactly do they want to be part of this program? So make sure that you approach it with your best attitude, positive attitude, being professional, and that'll be really helpful. Third thing, speak clearly and slowly. The person that you're going to be talking to is Korean. They're calling you from Korea. So there's a chance that they're probably not going to be speaking perfectly fluent English. So speak a little bit deliberately, clearly, as clearly as you can. Make sure you're loud enough because it is a long distance phone call. And most importantly, make sure that you just speak in general professional terms and don't use any unfamiliar terminology or slang or anything like that. Something that may trip them up. You may think it's perfectly innocent, but they may take it the wrong way. You know, there is a difference of culture and a difference of translating the language in their own mind. So just be straightforward, professional, and try to stay away from slang or anything that might be misconstrued. Now some of the important things. The fourth thing is they're probably going to ask you right out, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to come to Korea to teach? And this is your chance to tell them why you went through with all this. You don't want to come across and say, oh, well, because there's no other jobs here or anything like that. You want to tell them what it is about being part of the EPIK program intrigues you so much. What is it about Korea? And you want to be specific about that. For me, I explained to them, hey, you know, this is I've always wanted to travel to Korea. I'm half Korean. I'd like to kind of go there, experience the culture, maybe learn the language, and I think it would be exciting to be a part of a classroom setting and things like that. And I went into what it was that made me want to get into the EPIK program. So try to be specific there. Either teaching experience or learning a language or the culture, and this is a great way to do it. Things that would make them feel good about inviting you into their program. So just make sure that you take that opportunity to tell them, even though you may have put it in your essay or something like that, bring out the big points and reiterate them. Fifth one, they may or may not ask you, again, what experience do you have that would be helpful? Bringing it to the table here with this EPIK program. You're going to be in our school system teaching our kids. What makes you a good fit? And this is going to be your chance, again, to bring up some of the points that are buried in your application that they may not be 100% familiar with. Keep in mind that if there's, say, 1,000, over 1,000 or 2,000, however many open positions there are for teaching, there's going to be many, many applicants for each position. So they're trying to weed through thousands, I would guess, thousands of applications. So this isn't something that they have time on their hands for. They gotta kind of go through it. So there's a chance that they may not even have seen the interviewer, may not have had the chance to go through all the details. So take this opportunity to reiterate why you would be a good teacher. Well, I have teaching experience, or I'm a certified teacher, or I have a TESOL certificate. I'm passionate about teaching, or I have experience in other things, even though I don't have teaching experience, that would transfer well into the classroom. I think I'd be a great addition. In my case, I didn't have specific classroom teaching experience, so I relied on things that I brought up, such as leading meetings, or basically guiding a group of people, or another thing was teaching martial arts to kids. So that those two things kind of bring up the image in their mind of, oh, that's similar possibly to a classroom setting. You've got a teacher and students, or somebody facilitating, and you've got people listening. So that's familiar. So he's at least familiar with it. So those are the things that I drove home. So if you have any experience like that, use that chance to talk about it. And if the interviewer for some reason forgot to ask you or whatnot, they probably won't, because those are the biggies. Those are the big ones. Try to bring it up. Be proactive about it during your interview. You only have about 30 minutes, so make sure that you tell them who you are, what you bring to the table, and why you want to be in Korea. The last one, sixth point I would bring up is, if you get the chance, try to bring up something about you as a person that is unique and that would probably shed a positive light on you for being a teacher in Korea. Whatever it may be. It could be a myriad of things. So just try to pick something out, have that ready. Maybe you could throw it in at the end of the interview. In my case, I've always done a lot of volunteer work. And in fact, one of my reference letters, I submitted 3 reference letters. One of my reference letters came from an organization, a very, very large organization, that I had volunteered at quite a bit. So I brought that up. It sheds a different light on me that says, oh, this person isn't just all about, coming here. Maybe we don't have to. We'll have to worry less about him, maybe partying too much or taking advantage of people or being kind of a scrub or whatever. So try to think of something like that. And if you get the opportunity at the closing of the phone call, throw it in there, bring it up. And just be real energetic and positive and excited about speaking to that interviewer and about the idea of coming to Korea to teach English. So whatever it may be, take this 30-minute opportunity on the phone to sell yourself. Let them know why you'd be a great addition to the EPIK program. Let them know who you are as a person behind that pile of paperwork in front of them with a name at the top and a little picture that is part of another enormous pile of papers of applications and little pictures and stuff like that, and why why you would really be a great addition to the program and be great for Korea in their educational effort for their own kids. And I think you'll be fine. If you have any other questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you like this video, and have a great day.